moving on, how do we make capacitors? Most commonly used capacitors are parallel plate capacitors and cylindrical capacitors. How do we make them? There is a very simple working principle behind making of capacitance is this. Write down the working principle. It actually comes for for short note for 3 marks. Working principle behind parallel plate capacitor. How parallel plate capacitors are made and how do they work? What is parallel plate capacitor? There would be 2 plates kept parallel to each other, and there will be one type of charge on one plate and there will be another type of charge on another plate, and they together constitute a parallel plate capacitor. But how this is made, this process is made, is very simple. First step, we take a plate, a metallic plate, and we connect the plate with a high tension source or a charge provider. This thing provides any amount of charge to this plate, but the plate will accept only that amount which its saturation limit allows. Every conductor has some limit of storing charge, right? So let us assume that a lot of charge has transferred to this body, this plate, and now no more charge can further be accommodated on this plate. So it has reached its saturation limit. The second step is, please note this second step. This is the most important step because a lot of things are going to happen here. Right now I have showed the plate in a tilted base. I am representing this plate like this. I have a plate which is saturated in terms of its charge storing limits. It was connected to a charge supply. And what I did, I placed an uncharged plate in front of it. This plate is uncharged for now. By the process of induction, an equal and opposite amount of charge will get induced on this plate, right? Equal and opposite amount of charge. And an equal and similar amount of charge will get induced on this side. Now what? Due to the presence of both positive and negative charge within the system, the overall capacitance increases. How? C was equal to Q upon V. Overall voltage, overall potential got decreased, due to which capacitance increased. Capacitance increased, that means this plate can accommodate more positive charge and hence more negative charge can be induced on the second plate. So this is what happens. This first plate got more charge, it accommodated more charge because of increased value of capacitance. This value induced more negative charge on second plate, again due to increased value of capacitance, and that induced more positive charge on the second plate, the exterior side. This process will continue till both the plates are saturated in terms of their charge holding capacities. The third step, what do we do? Right now we have first plate which is extra charged, then we have another plate which is also extra charged, and the exterior end of this plate is connected to earth, due to which all of this charge flows to earth, and we are left with 2 plates consisting equal and opposite charge confined within the plate region. This is how we make a parallel plate capacitor. Now look at this point. Once this plate was connected to earth, whole positive charge got transferred to the earth. That means more positive charge can be induced on the exterior side of this plate. That results from that more negative charge can be induced on this plate, and hence more positive charge can be induced on this plate. If any more charge will come here, more charge will come here, and more charge will come here, which will go to earth. So this process will keep on continuing, and by this process we can actually give infinite charge to both the plates, but we don't. Why? What is the breaking limit? What is ionization potential? if this pen is charged, it will ionize the air in its surrounding. The term what I mean by ionizing it will have some electric field due to which these polar or non-polar surrounding, what is polar? What is non-polar? Simply, in simple terms, the surrounding will get induced charge, induced effect, and they will, the center of positive and center of negative charge. This was my pen, suppose this is charged. So whatever the surrounding right now we have, those molecules, the center of positive and negative charge will get differentiated. Negative inside, nearer side, positive further side, right? This is how charge will get separated. If it is very high charge, it will ionize the surrounding and charge will leak from the body. In simple way, what do we mean by ionization? Ionizing, the ionization potential of air is what? 3 into 10 raised to power 6 volts. That means you have that electric socket in your house where you put 3 pin to charge your mobile phone, laptop chargers, whatever. This is how electric sockets are, right? You take a wire, there is a switch also, right? On and off switch. I cannot draw that, but see, you take a wire, without wire, just switch it on. What will happen? There's nothing in the socket. What will happen? There will be no spark, nothing will happen, because aren't these 2 points still in contact? They are still in contact via air, but air is non-conducting right now, and the switch is providing us a 220 volt potential. At 220 volt, air is completely and insulating, so there is no spark, nothing. But you take a wire, make it U-shaped, bend it in a U-shape, and put both the wires in both these holes and switch it on. Then what you will see? You will get electric shock. Please don't do that. It is just for this, just for telling you guys that these things are not to be done, and this will produce a short circuit and fuse will go off. What happened now, which wasn't before, that these points were in contact now. This is what you are providing, a medium for charge to flow. That is my core concept. When a body gets highly charged, it ionizes the surrounding and the charge gets a medium to flow. This is what you call it as ionization of principle. But sticking to our core topic right now, this was the working principle of a parallel plate capacitor. And once you have made a parallel plate capacitor, there must be some formula